Good morning, everyone. In International Teleconference on Technology and Policy for supporting implementation of COVID-19 recovery plan in Southeast Asia, or ITTP COVID-19, I'm Aditya Bariparhan from Anesthesiology and Reanimation Department in Dr. Sutomo General Academic Hospital, Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Airlangga, Indonesia. In this opportunity, I would like to present my study about mortality risk factors for elderly patients with COVID-19 infection in intensive care unit. The world elderly population is increasing. In Europe, the number of population will double by 2050, and the Americans, the population will double by 2030. And now we are facing COVID-19 pandemic that WHO has declared on 11 March 2020. So many people died, so many people infected. And in Indonesia, there are 1.84 million people infected. 51,296 people had died. Still in Indonesia, the elderly patient with COVID-19 had the highest age group number of statistics. There are 31% infected from all infected population, and 11.88% had died compared to all groups, all age groups. All of these facts bring us to the need of treatment in ICU for elderly is increased. And as we all know, the elderly treatment in ICU will need the higher cost, the high effort, and the higher risk. The COVID-19 infection will trigger the immune response, and especially in elder patients, it also will aggravate the chronic comorbidity combined with impaired immune response in other people. All of this will give easily the cytokine storm for the patient, and more severe COVID infection will bring to the patient. The obesity, the hypertension, diabetes mellitus, and the multiple comorbidity, the chronic disease will give the severe condition and poor clinical outcome. All of those factors combined with the factor, the ICU treatment, there are ventilator use and high SOFA score. All of these factors combine and give the high mortality rate for the elder patient. A study from China, the case fatality rate in geriatric population increasing to 21.9% in early 2021. In Italy, when the COVID-19 spread early 2020, over 80% of mortality was reported. The patient over 65 years of age. In this single-center retrospective cross-sectional study, we included confirmed COVID-19 patient and age 60 years or older who has severe clinical symptoms. All the data collected in Dr. Sutomo Academic Hospital from February to May 2021 and retrospectively reviewed and analyzed. The confirmation of COVID-19 infection is based on WHO guideline. The mortality is recorded 14 days from ICU admission. If the patient still survive in day 14 of care, we define a survived patient. The SOFA score is the sequential organ failure assessment based on surviving sepsis campaign guidelines. The bivariate analysis was conducted to determine the correlation between one independent variable with one dependent variable, and the p-value of less than 0.05 indicates a high significant value. The data analysis was performed using SPSS. In this study, we have the result. A total of 52 elderly patients with COVID-19 infection met the inclusion and exclusion criteria. The mean age in survived patient slightly lower compared to the not survived patient. And there are 33 male patients and 19 female patients. 16 male patients survived 9 female patients survived, and the 17 male patient not survived, and the 10 male patient not survived. The body mass index not different from the survived and not survived patient. From this table 2, we can see the risk factors of mortality. There are 3 comorbidities that we observed: hypertension, diabetes mellitus, coronary artery disease. All of these 3 comorbidities had no significant p-value, but the SOFA score, the PF ratio, and the ventilator use had the significant p-value as the risk factors of mortality in ICU. We can see here the SOFA score, the value in survived patient is lower than the not survived patients. Elderly patients surely present the challenge in critical care. The chronic nature of disease combined with comorbidity increase the mortality risk and cause the decrease in the body's physiological function. 2. Dealing with inflammation and infection compared to the younger age groups. Decreased physiological condition surely will increase the risk of hypoxia in COVID-19 infection. The chronic disease will trigger the systemic inflammation and harmfully influence the psychological activity, and this, in line with the number infection rate of COVID-19, is high in either age group. A systematic review and meta-analysis by Liu in 2020 concluded that comorbidity is associated with the ICU admission in severe COVID-19, but not with COVID-19 mortality. This, in line with this research, that all comorbidity in patients were not significantly as the factor of mortality in elderly with COVID-19 infection, but the contra data in the study by Huang reported that 84% of the fatal cases of COVID-19 is the age over 80 years, and diabetes mellitus will increase the odds of the patient death. The patient with ERDS or acute respiratory distress syndrome due to COVID-19 are paralyzed in the use of mechanical ventilation. In survived patients, rehabilitation after discharge from the ICU is noticeably slow, particularly in elderly patients. Elderly patients will develop sarcopenia that becomes more severe among those admitted to the ICU. The hypoxia is the primary symptom in severe pneumonia COVID infection. The more hypoxia means the higher lactate level in blood, which cause lactate acidosis, and hypoxia is associated with low PF ratio and as prognostic on mortality in adult septic patients. Of 27 dead patients in this research had higher SOFA score than 25 patients who survived. This is in line with the pathophysiology that has been explained above. In this article, PF ratio and mechanical ventilator are the significant factor as factors of mortality in ICU, and there are a study that explains the low PF ratio in COVID-19 patient doesn't always indicate the low lung compliance. In patients with good lung compliance and low PF ratio, HFNC is better choice than mechanical ventilator. But in patients with low PF ratio and low lung compliance will give the higher need of mechanical ventilator use in higher mortality rate. In this research, mechanical ventilator is used in 34 patients, 27 died and 7 patients survived. But the patient without mechanical ventilator use had 100 survival. The use of mechanical ventilation means the worst condition and associated with multi-organ dysfunction, and those are the signs of severe COVID-19 condition. In this research, 7 patients with mechanical ventilator survived in day 14, and this is a small statistic that could give enough consideration for the physician about the use of mechanical ventilation. Our study had several limitations. The first, it was a retrospective study with a relatively small number of patients. The possibility of confirmed factors cannot be excluded perfectly, and this research explains the high mortality and severe patient condition. Therefore, our result cannot be generalized to the mild cases of COVID-19 infection. Second, we can understand the need of special attention to elderly with COVID-19, especially in ICU, and by understanding the risk of mortality, it will help the physician not only to increase the care of elderly patients, but also to educate the community. Despite these limitations, we believe that this study will provide valuable information on the clinical outcomes for the care of elderly patients with COVID-19 who has been explained as the most easily to be infected. And the conclusion, the elderly patient not very susceptible to adverse the clinical outcomes in COVID-19 infection. Assessment and treatment by physician is very challenging. In conclusion, mechanical ventilator use, SOFA score, and PF ratio are the risk factors for mortality of elderly patients with COVID-19 in ICU. Addressing the risk factors, we may focus improving these 3 factors in order to decrease mortality rate of elderly patients with COVID-19. That's all my presentation. Is there any question? Thank you.